everybody. It's Allie, and welcome to our Y&R chat for Sunday, December 14th, 2025. Hey, do you guys remember that time Holden accidentally killed that guy in black and white? Clearly, Holden does not understand the true power of those pecs. He barely pushed the guy, and he just fell over and his head cracked open when he hit the ground right on the spot. Blood. Blood! Ooh, gruesome. And Claire is going to salivate. She is going to love this juicy skeleton that is in Audra's closet too. But in order to bring down Audra, Holden would have to go down too. I mean, they're in it together. Holden was an accomplice to the stolen money, and Audra was an accomplice to the murder and whatever they're about to do to dispose of the body, because I'm pretty sure they didn't come clean about it and turn him in or anything. Holden and Audra are in this together, and they both stand to go down together. It kind of feels like Audra's going down anyway. I don't know. The signs are all there. I'm wondering if Audra is going to die or maybe fake her own death. Because Audra is giving and receiving way too many threats right now. Everybody. I mean, if Audra shows up anywhere wearing a pure white dress, then that's how we know she is going to die or murder. There will be blood. If Audra shows up in white, something bad's going to happen. Let's play a game. Let's count Audra's enemies, shall we? Number one is Claire. Claire is the biggest enemy, and Claire is also the most recently homicidal enemy that Audra has. Then there's Holden, who's Claire's wannabe boyfriend, but Holden is stuck with Audra, honestly. He is bonded together with her by their shared secret, their shared crime. And actually, Holden straight up told Audra this week that if Audra goes after Claire, messes with Claire, then she messes with him too. So, Then there's Kyle. Audra and Kyle had a really big public pre-party blow up this week. And Nate. I mean, Nate is not exactly an enemy, but he is definitely not a fan. Then Lily, she had to pile on Friday. I mean, for crying out loud, even Jack was talking smack about Audra this week. Sally is the only one in town who will even give Audra the time of day. And frankly, I think Sally has let Audra down. I mean, Sally promised to give Audra a job, and then she completely failed to produce it, which is very par for the course with Sally, by the way. I mean, Chloe, Chelsea, now Audra, there is a lesson here. Whatever you do, do not go into business with Sally Spectra. It will not work out in your favor. Oh, she'll be fine, but you'll be left hanging. But Audra is so affectionate with Sally anyway. No matter what, she is ride or die with Sally. So ride or die with Sally that Audra brought Sally that lovely little heartfelt gift of a travel book to an island where all the women kill the men? Gee, Audra, that's not weird. That's not super freaking weird. I mean, seriously, what kind of stalker thing to do is that? Why don't we kill all the men and just run away to this island together? Okay, Valerie, you want to stop off and shoot Andy Warhol before we go? Welcome to Genoa City, Sienna. Whoa, she looked great in her winter coat. I love a winter coat. But the snake biting its own tail necklace, I'm thinking that might not be the best choice for meeting your boyfriend's mom. And, you know, getting people to trust you. It doesn't signal trustworthy, the snake necklace. When I see someone with a snake wrapped around their neck, I don't think, wow, I trust this person. And that's exactly what she's up against. I loved it when Sienna asked Sharon, do you ever get over the way that Victor seems to be staring into your soul? No. The answer to that is no. And in classic Victor Newman form, he tried to bribe Sienna to go away before she ever stepped foot on the plane. I mean, Victor ended up wiping out all of her assets too, and then he transferred the shadow room over to Noah. That's not gonna leave a paper trail back to him? That doesn't seem like such a good idea. It honestly really should not be too hard at all to prove that Victor has the AI. Like suddenly his assets are getting fatter and fatter and his enemies are being wiped out one by one, and then he's just giving away the leftover assets that he doesn't want to his grandson. I mean, if Victor does pull off a coup, it's not going to be too hard to trace it back to him. He could go down. But back to Sienna. I mean, Sienna, I have to say, to her credit, even though she is broke and has nowhere to go, she said no to Victor's bribe. She said, I'm not going to take your money, but I will hitch a ride on your private jet, if you don't mind. Commercial is so ew. So Noah brought Sienna back to Genoa City, back to Grandma, to meet Grandma and the whole fam. And I couldn't help but notice he was introducing her as a friend. This is my friend, who also happens to be married to Matt Clark. And I mean, she is technically still married. She acknowledged that this week even. I mean, maybe if he married her under a false identity, she would have grounds to have the marriage revoked. But still, it's a sticky legal situation. And it's understandable why the Newmans don't really want her around. Especially Sharon. Oh my goodness, I loved Sharon digging into Sienna. In her gold off the shoulder, totally not appropriate for a winter sweater. Yes. Sharon walked right in on Noah and Sienna having a moment, kissing in her living room. And then the second Noah was gone, Sharon said to Sienna, let's have a chat, shall we? Do you love him? Sharon asks. I guess so, Sienna says. Well then, Sharon says, I've got a real problem with you dating my son. I have got no problem with that. Because I loved the drama. I loved that drama. Sharon got to be the fierce mother bear. And she got to rattle the snake a little bit. I like Sienna. I do, but I like Sharon being suspicious of Sienna even more. Because Sharon said, well, and this is so similar to like how Nikki treated Sharon back in the day. She learned from the best. Sharon said, if you care about Noah, then you'll just stay away. I mean, it word for word could have been something that Nikki would have said to Sharon all these years ago. But Sharon said it's not good for Noah. If you love him, you should protect him and remove yourself. Matt Clark, who you're married to and who's gonna come looking for you, is evil. Cut to Matt Clark swinging through the revolving door of the athletic club, revealing the truth of his true identity officially to us. I mean, he's managed to skirt around it all these weeks, claiming that he is not Matt Clark, saying, I don't know who you're talking about, and then right there at the end of Friday's show, delivering that zingy, exciting line, I forgot how much I hated this place. Ooh, great moment, fun moment, Good Friday cliffhanger too. So Noah and Nick had the plan to go ahead and register a room at the athletic club, you know, and he and Noah and Sienna's name, knowing that Matt would come looking for them. A trap. The only problem is I think Noah was the one who got trapped instead. The real trap is Audra. Whoa! Did you see the way Noah looked at Audra? I am telling you, Audra came down those athletic club stairs in slow motion in his mind. Ooh. I mean, they said their little niceties, and she tried to cut it off and walk away, and he was like, no, don't go. How you doing? Wait a minute. Did I just feel a flutter of something other than irritation between Lily and Cane? No, wait, it's gone. For about 5 minutes, though, Lily was actually smiling. She was actually melting a little bit under Cane's charms. And I think he was charming. I think I was melting a little bit too. Cane had me the moment he told Lily, I'm gonna fun you up. Yes, Cane, yes. Lily hasn't been funned in years. You get in there and you fun her all night long. Fun her 3 or 4 times if you need to make it stick. Phyllis and Cane, though, are making my head spin. Phyllis and Cane are, will they? Won't they? Did they? Didn't they? Are they? Aren't they? I don't know. This week, Phyllis gave Cane what he was really looking for. Well, first, I'll back up. Cane gave Phyllis one more chance to come clean, and she at first did not take it. So he just unleashed on her. Suddenly, he was telling her, oh, well, you crossed me. I know you did, and you're going to pay. I mean, he straight up threatened her. I thought it was over between them. And then he's suddenly getting Lily to agree to take him as her date to the Abbott Communications launch party. I thought, well, the writing's on the wall here. But then by Friday, Phyllis and Cane had this like crazy power move stand off at Crimson Lights. Like, I thought they were gonna bump chests, but then they bumped lips instead. It was all very hot and confusing. Phyllis confessed to stealing Cane's AI. She told him that she was just using him, and then boom, hot, passionate kiss. Oh no! What is Cane going to do? He is caught between two totally opposite women, Lily and Phyllis. If only he could somehow combine them into one perfect woman who treats him like crap and steals from him. Michael and Lauren's 20th anniversary. I can't believe it's been 20 years. I don't really even know where to begin to talk about one of my favorite couples, one of the longest running couples in daytime, right? I mean, they've got to be up there. Ugh. They're just magic. They're just absolute magic. They were magic 20 years ago, and they're still magic today. My goodness, that Vegas proposal, which had to have been 2005. That Vegas proposal was elaborate. Soaps still had a budget back then. I mean, they had the poker table, plus they had slots, streamers, an Elvis impersonator. Times have changed. These days we get excited if there's a new flower arrangement on the table. But I do love flashbacks. I loved the flashbacks. And I'll tell you what struck me more than anything else out of the whole episode. Lauren is hot. I mean, dang. Especially back in the day when she had that long red hair. It took me right back because I remember thinking that Lauren was easily the sexiest lady on the show. I wished I was Lauren Fenmore 20 years ago. I will tell you that with absolute truth. These days, I'm settling more into my Victoria Newman stage. But 20 years ago, I wanted to be Lauren Fenmore. And that strip, Truth or Dare or whatever it was, game they were playing in his office, when she had his tie around her neck and she was sitting there in her bra, oh my goodness, that was hot. Wow. And, oh my gosh, that dance, you guys. When was the last time two characters had a choreographed dance scene? Man, that was sophisticated, you know? I mean, that wouldn't even, it was so sophisticated, it wouldn't even play in daytime today. I mean, look, I'm never going to complain about a cheap, scandalous moment, but I do also miss that level of class. But of course, we all remember the bad times too. I do. I know you do. Oh my goodness, Michael. And that scene at the church where he's burying his wife, saying goodbye to his wife, crying underneath her giant oil portrait. And then, snap, he turns around and she's walking in behind him. I mean, that is the level of drama that I love. That is the level of drama that I now create with the Fauna and the Flora. I mean, I remember those moments. And as suspension of disbeliefy as they are, like, that is drama. That's the essence of Saga. It was so good. And honestly, I also remember the affair that Lauren had with Carmine very well. We were wiring our chatting in those days. I also remember the cancer that Michael had that kind of came and went. I remember that Michael got cancer, and then that whole story never got followed up on. Like, there was never a remission moment. The cancer just kind of went poof. But, mostly I remember the chemistry between Michael and Lauren. I remember the romance. I remember the magic. And you just don't get it in a soundbite. That's the thing. You don't get that kind of magic from building up a couple for 2 weeks. I mean, that their romance took time to build. It took stakes. The stakes had to be high. And it's just still so effective to watch those scenes and to think about them 20 years later. I could have done without the Phyllis interruption, not gonna lie. But what would a private anniversary party have been without Phyllis wandering into it? And I mean, I am glad that she and Michael buried the hatchet and they all embraced. I hope it sticks. From here on out, I want Michael and Lauren and Phyllis to just be the three amigos again. No turning back. I am really looking forward to the Abbott Communications launch party next week. No cancellations this time. We are going to party. There's going to be 50s fashion. Ginchi, apparently. Ginchi 50s fashion. I learned a new word this week. Thank you, Lily. And no doubt there's going to be a dramatic reveal. Something. I don't know. A crash. A takeover. A death. Maybe all three. We know Victor was planning his attack on Jabot to be perfectly timed with the party because the Abbotts would be distracted. And then we saw Michael having called Victor from his anniversary trip with Lauren, presumably. He left to go to Vegas, and then later Victor got a call from him to let him know that Jack had shut down Jabot and was hiding his assets. But then in the preview, we saw Jack looking at his phone during the party saying, "What the hell?" Because Jack doesn't know that Victor knows. Jack thinks that he is 3 moves ahead, but little does he know that Victor is 6 moves ahead. But what if Nikki is 9 moves ahead? Oh, please let Nikki be 9 moves ahead, or Adam. Someone. I don't think so, though. I think Victor's about to pull off another takeover. And I think Jack is going to be devastated and retaliating. And I know a lot of people are, I've seen a lot of YNR comments this week, multiple times, people saying, "Oh, Victor always wins. I'm tired of Victor coming out on top." That doesn't bother me as much because I think Victor winning all the time is what makes me root for Jack. That's sort of what the dynamic is. And if Victor weren't being Victor, then I wouldn't have a chance to, to want to support Jack and root for Jack. I wonder who you guys are rooting for after all this time and after all these years. Victor versus Jack, Winter 2025 edition. That's our poll question for the week at yrchat.com. Stop by this week and cast your vote. I wouldn't say no to a cracker. most random but like perfect line from the week that I knew absolutely and immediately was going to be the Who Said It quote. I wouldn't say no to a cracker. Who said it? If you want to find out, you should go to yrchat.com. Let's read some comments, starting with Daisy, who says, I think an interesting twist would be that Victor has already set the stage to hurt Jack in some way. He did say he would not go after Chabot, so if that's still the case, then maybe Victor has already planted evidence that points the AI device to Jack. And Diane will then have proven that Jack has committed cyber crimes. I can only imagine the look on Diane's face if something like that happens. I guess that would be an excellent twist. But Adam and Nikki have got to factor in here somewhere. We know Victor's going to try something, and we know Jack is going to react to it. But what the heck are Nikki and or Adam going to do? There has to be a twist in here. I like your idea. Victoria says, welcome back, Matt. Before you exact your revenge, can you check to see if Victor has ordered a load of bricks and mortar? Because if he has, you may be his permanent guest. By the way, skip the Brussels sprouts. That might be my favorite comment of the week, Victoria. Very clever. Does the new ranch have a basement cell? That's the question. Steven says, what the heck happened to Burroughs? Are the Newmans +1 leaving him floating downriver in LA? Skipping the LAPD is cold even for Sharon. Unless Annie isn't a dirty cop and there's something much bigger coming. The LAPD may not, however, be able to overlook the great and powerful Victor Newman's financial crimes, making him an incidental casualty of a drug sting. Is Victor's arrest what stuns Jack as he looks at his phone in the preview? Oh, postscript. Burroughs' absence is likely Matt Cohen's real-life injury. He ruptured his Achilles tendon playing tag with his son right before his debut. Brilliant creative designs hid his knee scooter and cast without the need for an oversized purse as a prop. With any luck, he will return adding some color and competence to the GCPD. Ooh, Stephen, thank you so much for that little bit of information about, I didn't know that. Maybe that's why they brought on the second cop. Maybe that whole thing was supposed to belong to that actor, but then, he had this unfortunate accident right before his premiere. Oh, that had to be devastating. But that's interesting that they were able to film around it. Gee, they're so good at hiding that. I never would have guessed it. And I know, what? You mean Crystal Khalil is pregnant? What? Never would have guessed that. Hey, how about our poll from last week where I asked you guys if you were feeling the romance between Noah and Sienna? Okay, no big surprise here. 83% say no, not feeling the romance. The 17% though saying yes. I think I shall read the responses in the yes column first. Naomi says, yes, I'm interested in Noah and Sienna. Please just let them be a quirky, fun couple. They brush off disapproval and laugh at the petty drama all around them. They will have fun furnishing their apartment with eclectic things they found in flea markets and thrift stores. They could cook together, laugh together, and not care if the great and powerful Victor Newman approves of them. No baby drama, no enemies list, just let them be a change of pace. Yeah, Naomi, I like this idea because I think so far we've been dropped into the idea that Noah and Sienna just are in love. We didn't experience them getting to know each other. We didn't really experience the buildup. And now we're thrust right into this very dangerous situation with Matt Clark. It might be a little easier to get on board with them if we got to see them having, some good fun times. Because the fact is, the majority of YNR chatters at least say no, no, no. Tony says he's not hot. She's also not hot. So no, these are two new characters and we don't feel the pull to their story yet. Marianne V also voted no, saying, I don't think there's a lot of chemistry there. Noah is younger, but shouldn't be sleeping with a married woman. He should know better than to get involved with her. And what about Allie? Are they done because of Sienna? I guess so. Astra says, I voted a big fat no to Noah and Sienna. There is no chemistry between them, and I don't like the fact that Noah doesn't seem to be conflicted that he's cheated on Allie. He is coming off as unemotional over it. Plus, I saw more chemistry between Nick and Sienna in their interactions. It also doesn't help that I heard that Sienna and Noah used to be mother and son on days, even though I never watched them there, but just knowing that puts the ick factor on their relationship here. Since everybody else has mentioned this, does Noah plan on breaking up with Allie? Does Allie know about any of this? Is she not wondering, where her boyfriend is? He was in the hospital, and I think, is this just going to be written away? We don't really need a breakup, it's just gone? Or is there any chance Allie could be cast? T. Nicole voted no to Noah and Sienna, saying, I tried to get on board and give it a chance, but I just don't feel it. I'm intrigued to see this Noah interact with Audra and might be rooting for them to start back up. I also wonder how Jack will feel when Noah comes back to town with Sienna, thinking Noah is still with Allie. Yeah, we need some resolution there. Lisa J says, thanks for the Noah Sienna poll question. I can't be the only one who gets the ick when those two are in a romantic scene. There's nothing about these two characters that belong together or makes you want to root for their relationship. Besides the age gap, there is simply no chemistry. Since her husband Matt went to high school with Nick and Sharon, she's probably in the same age range as them. So not only does she look the same age as Sharon, but they're rocking the same hairstyle. Put the brakes on the madness. I haven't felt like this since Victor married Victoria's friend. Also icky. Sabrina. I feel a little nostalgic for that mention because Victor married Sabrina. Those were back in my earliest YNR chat days, the earliest stories I started chatting about. Yeah, I remember that too. I don't know, you guys. I don't necessarily feel the super wow with Noah and Sienna, but I don't really get the ick. Brent says, Sienna, you're safe here. Nobody can get to you on the compound. That's what Noah told Sienna. With Newman security, the family compound might be the least safe place to hide. Yeah, really. You're safe here. I don't know. The Newman security team isn't exactly known for how good they are. Connie says the chatter should note that Sienna had no faith in the Newman security team either. She immediately responded that Noah easily slipped through the security at the hospital. I think she's smart to think it's time to hit the road and put GC in her rearview mirror. Yeah, well, let's see. This is interesting because Sue W says the actress playing Sienna is real life drop dead yowza. So there's been randomly way too much focus on her and Noah and the age difference. This gal is hot, uber talented, and tailor-made for soaps. Sienna is a soap anti-heroine at the moment, and I'm liking her a lot. I couldn't care less whatever her other roles in other soaps were, past and all. Oh, yeah, that's a really great comment. I know I didn't watch Days, so it's a weird choice that YNR would make a mother and son now lovers, but and so I can kind of logically go, that's weird, but I didn't see him there, so it doesn't really affect my viewing emotionally. Sue W also says Sharon though, She looked great in her Grecian goddess garb and high body count hair, but the character has just been loopy for so long now that I've lost interest. I don't know what's up, but for me, Sharon's zombie eyes and weirdly cadenced responses just no longer fit the character vibe. You know, zombie vibe is sort of true. It's like she does have a weird, like emptiness. There's a weird emptiness to Sharon. Maybe that's why I liked seeing her unleashed just a little bit. Naomi says Sharon Newman is on some meds, strong enough to offset her arsonist kleptomaniac tendencies. She always strikes me as being doped up, so possibly the actress is portraying this? Yeah, maybe it's intentional for Sharon at this point. I mean, she's been through so much trauma. Surely she's on the good stuff. Russell says, I like this version of Sharon. All those months when she was airy, looking cross-eyed and into the distance, and her sing-song voice borrowed that perfect description. That was weird. She's acting more like a normal person now, and I hope it sticks. Yeah, I didn't quite as much notice the zombie in this, this past week. She was a little more warm with Nick, but I absolutely can see it as an overarching pattern. Well, Russell says, Cane flirting with Lily is adorable. Lily softening to his charms is great. She can finally shut up about him and start going out with him. But Lily is still willing to, without provocation, attack Audra while she's minding her own business, interrupting her martini and flashbacks, filling us in on her mysterious past. Yeah, I don't even know where Lily got off. Why bother? That's another reason why I'm like, well, what's up with Audra? She's amassing a whole lot of enemies. Everywhere we go, it's either Audra's defending herself or somebody's attacking her or what. Something's up. Victoria says, surprisingly, Cane and Lily actually have good energy together. Cane was much more playful in his demeanor and conversation with Lily. He's always serious with others. Even Phyllis, who has great comedic timing. A Cane-Lily reunion could be a good thing. But Kamna says yes to Cane and Phyllis, but no to Cane and Lily. Their scene together felt forced, and I just can't stand her. I was glad to see something different, honestly. I mean, every single thing for the last several months has just been her, just treating him like a child. And she still was, honestly, like, don't get your hopes up, little doggy. But, I mean, it was at least nice to see her warming up to him a little bit. And I thought the chemistry was there. I could feel it a little bit. It's at least a bone. And I think that maybe we're seeing a little bit of what the chem test was originally supposed to be. I mean, I think probably when they brought Cane on the show, there was a plan for that reunion, a real plan to build up Lily and Cane. But as knowing that Crystal Khalil is going to need to go away, that's probably put a little bit of a difficult twist on how exactly they were going to pull off that reunion. So I don't know. Maybe they're filming right up to the point. I mean, she's looking pretty pregnant now. So maybe she is about to go away on her maternity leave. Maybe they've filmed a bunch of stuff, and who knows, she could only be gone a couple of weeks. Maybe we're starting the romance for Cane and Lily now. Maybe it begins now. Well, last week, I gave you a Why in Our Chat fill in the blank that was actually a suggestion from Carl. And this fill in the blank turned out to get a lot of attention. My dream couple would be, oh my goodness, I got so many responses about dream couples. I'm going to read the ones I think that mix it up a little bit, because that definitely we got some Nikki and Victor, Nick and Sharon. We got the, our classics for sure. I kind of like these because they're just a little offbeat. A lot of people wanted to pair up Sally and Nate, just to rile up Audra. Sally and Daniel, yes. Sally and Adam, back to that basics. How about Sienna and Adam? interesting. We do have Sienna that, you know, see if we're not interested in her with Noah, it does make sense to pair her with somebody else then. Oh, Adam and Audra. I think that came from me. Cane and Audra. Ooh, they could be troublemakers. Cane and Victoria. Okay, that's classic and needs to happen. It would really tick Victor off. Phyllis and Jack. Back to classics. Phyllis and Sharon. There's a twist that could get Sharon out of her zombie phase. Someone says I have my dream couple in Michael and Lauren. Yes, but someone else said Jack and Lauren. It's amazing that Jack and Lauren really never, did they ever hook up? Did they? I don't think so. Not that I'm remembering. Not in the last 30 years. Although someone's going to tell me I'm wrong. But here's my personal favorite. My dream couple would be Catherine Chancellor and Rex Sterling. Yes, I love that. Cathrex forever. Did you see that Abbott Communications branding? Look a little familiar? Old TV screen logo for Abbott Communications. Old TV screen logo for the Fauna and the Flora. Either Y&R and I are perfectly in sync. Or they said, we like Allie's style. Let's steal it. Either way, I don't care. I love it. I'll choose to be flattered. Take me back to the days where I can get my press kit printed on paper. Thanks. They're taking me right back to where I need to be. Oh. Well, my goodness. This week I posted the final video in my book club series, The Restless Read Along. So how about that final cliffhanger? Woo! The return, the twist, the reveal. Big drama. Written like a soap opera classic. I really hope that you guys enjoyed reading along with me. And hey, if you did, please, 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 would you consider leaving an Amazon review for the book or the audiobook, whichever version you have. Just a simple review, just a few words, please. That would make a really big difference for this new endeavor, the Fauna and the Flora, that I feel so passionate about, and I am putting a lot of creative energy and a lot of time and a lot of emotion into, and I would just love to read some reviews, get a little bit of feedback, and I'd love to read some reviews out loud here too. And hey, if you have not finished the book, remember, the Restless Read Along Book Club series will always be available to you. So every time you read the book and you get to a commercial break, yes, the book has commercial breaks. It is a soap opera after all. But as you're reading the book, as you come to the commercial break, that is your cue. You can just pop right onto my other YouTube channel, Restless Forest Books. You can find that playlist and pull up the video and just have a little discussion with me about the book at whatever pace you go. And that is the final pace for Y&R Chat. Same pace as always. Every Sunday, 17 years. Hard to believe. Longer now. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you go to yrchat.com, leave me some comments, vote in the poll, take a look at all the beautiful photos there, and chat with your fellow chatters. Get some good discussion going this week. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Sunday. I love you guys. Bye.